So have you got a favourite armour yet? I quite like the Saki one, you know, when they let you have the longer standoffs. And the one that lets you have extra things in your standoff, whatever you call it. But the problem is I also like the Ghost one, because the Ghost one lets you have your super kill quicker.
So peaceful here. What is this place?
Thank you, bird.
I get to prepare Lord Jinroku's bath tonight.
Hmm. I could simply stand here and play flute with you all day, but business. Excellent job.
I thought you were Lord Jinroku, but you're another samurai. Welcome, my lord.
Don't worry about me, I'm just checking up here for spiders. You're gonna have spiders.
Another samurai?
You haven't heard of Lord Jinroku? He's a legendary samurai.
I'd like to meet
No
him.
spiders
When will he
here.
return?
No
Soon.
saw.
Join us for dinner. Perhaps he'll share one of his grand stories with you.
How goes?
I'm back from my dangerous mission. Don't worry, I'm unharmed. Oh, I wasn't expecting a visitor. We're happy to have you, of course.
Silver lining, at least you got a Halloween
you.
game coming out. Right, am I right?
I didn't realize any other samurai had survived.
It was a fierce battle.
Don't copyright me, YouTube. I'm
The
sorry.
beaches of Komatsu ran red with blood that terrible day.
We fought at Komoda.
Of course. Forgive me. I'm
Yes.
tired from a long ride.
We will be
Please
covering that
have
game.
Nabe show you the
One
path.
shape or
We
form.
can speak more over dinner.
Please follow me, my lord.
Kind of low-key got me wanting to reinstall Dead by Daylight and play as Michael. Well, I've got no doubt in my mind that the survivors in that game will end up beating the living snot out of Michael, because I mean, shit. Laurie Strode, there's like 80 at this point, can like fuck him up.
Over here.
But no, I'm optimistic. I actually went back and that original video I sent you of the stream, I actually went back and watched like the first hour and a half of that. I actually got their opinions on it as well, and
Lost the whole island.
When you met him, was he armed?
He gave
I'm hopeful.
everything to save Tsushima except his horse.
and rebellions are built on hope,
It's
so
at the stables.
My bath can wait. I want to look at his horse.
and it is technically another potential game that could, you know, bring the masses to the few, like the old days. It'll be a game that we can actually fucking play.
I know this saddle. It belonged to Lord Higuchi.
And I know you'll be selling this out
I'll
because
get the
it's
truth
Michael.
from
You'll be
him.
like, Michael, well, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Yeah. Hopefully it's got proximity chat, because that shit is funny as hell. Because I remember in Friday the 13th, like when I was Jason, people used to like try and sell out other players. Hilarious. They'd be like, I'll tell you what, right, if you let me live, I'll tell you who's doing what. I'll be like, alright, okay, And then like 10 minutes later when I had them in my clutches, they were like, you said you'd let me live.
Where is Jinroku?
He left quickly after you went to the bath. It must have been important.
I'll find him.
Yeah, I am low-key looking forward to it, I think, because if it plays similar to Friday the 13th, is what I think it will. I think it'll be more similar to that than it'll be to DBD. I don't think it's going to have, like, as complex team mechanics as Dead by Daylight's going to have. I know that sounds weird when you say it like that, complex mechanics, but DBD actually does have quite a complex mechanic to it, doesn't it, really? Yeah. That's why I think it's going to be more like Friday. I think it will be literally be like you'll have, oh shit, I don't know, maybe 8 different survivors at best that you can pick from. And they'll all have like their own strengths and weaknesses when it comes to like repair. I literally think they're going to rip the Friday routine. It's literally going to be certain characters, you know, have got the stamina, certain characters have got the repair mechanic that's needed to like repair objects on the car. And then I think the perks are going to be just simple things like they were in like Friday the 13th, like, you know, like if you're in a house and Jason was using sense, you could use a certain perk and it would like hide you temporarily for a certain period of time, and or what was it, like you could start the car quicker, couldn't you? And just little things like that, or start with an aid spray, or because I think the way they'll do the houses situation, I think they'll do the movement around the houses like very Dead by Daylight style. But then I think the windows and the doors will be like Friday the 13th style. So they'll be breakable. They can be broken in. Once they're destroyed, they're gone. Like, it's kind of like the survivor's pallet is going to be like literally like a wooden door of a barricade, which the killer's then got to take time to, to break down until he got his rage mode, and then he can just basically just walk through that door. But I mean, I'm really optimistic because, like, even though Friday's not a game that's going anymore, and I agree with what they said in that stream I watched last night, that had it not been for the lawsuit shit, it probably still would have been going today. I mean, say what you will about Texas Chainsaw, like, aesthetically, that looks amazing. Like, from what I've seen, like, even like when you're walking around the room, the attention to detail, to all the little hat tips to the movie and that, like, they've done they are a good studio when it comes to aesthetically creating the game. It's just they kind of fail when it comes to the whole multiplayer side of it because, and I hate to say this, a majority of the players that are playing their games are current or ex-DBD players. And they go in there with all their shit saying that it's unbalanced, blah, 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 blah. And then these devs are like, well, we kind of understand what the devs' problem with DBD is. Like, how do you fucking balance a game like this? Because even in Friday, they never got it right. Like, when it first came out, Jason was, like, wildly overpowered. Then they started the whole, oh, we'll make it so items of interest, proper items that you need for like the car or the phone, as soon as they dropped, they were made visible for everyone on the map to see, apart from the killer. But then they went further on and then they started nerfing Jason in ways that he didn't need to be nerfed, and the biggest problem to that is every different Jason you picked had its own individual strengths and weaknesses. But they didn't think of that when they were nerfing shit, so like, Jasons that already had a low stun tolerance, like Part 7 Jason for example, you went in there against like 3 survivors with baseball bats, you were spending the fucking majority of the game on your back. And there was fuck all you could do about it. But like I say, hopefully, they've progressed in that knowledge and they've put that into thinking of how they're balancing this game. I mean, to be honest, I don't give a shit if the multiplayer sucks, as long as the single player is good. Do you know what I mean? Like, if they turn around to me on day one and they're like, look, we've got a multiplayer, we're not really happy with it, we'll put it out for you guys to test it, but ultimately, if you guys don't like it and would prefer we sacked it off and brought you out more DLC for the single player, i.e. the movie chapters with a new map, the aesthetics for that fucking movie, I'll be like, yeah, fine, that's fine with me. I can play this game in a party with people that are playing the game and still get the same party satisfaction. Do you know what I mean? It's not like I'm going to be missing out on anything. It's just a bit of a sucks that you can't actually do a co-op-y kind of thing. But I mean, shit. You don't look a gift. Even if it's against bots, like, do you know what I mean? I'd take that. As long as there's some kind of control where you can actually make the bots. Because they did bots on Friday the 13th, but even when you put the difficulty up, you would find them literally diving in and out of the same window constantly. Like, the AI in it was a bit like, Well, I mean, I don't know if you... well, I'll tell you, I've got a bit of homework for you. The next time you load up DBD, just go into a custom game as a killer against 4 bots and just let me know what you think. Because the bots in DBD, mate, they're fucking geniuses. Like, you cannot mind game a bot in DBD. You have to force them to make a mistake, and they don't generally make mistakes until they're injured. But, like, you chase a healthy bot like round tiles where you require a mind game to get that hit. It's like they've got wall hacks. Like, I'm not even, mate, they're amazing. Like, honestly, it's only like towards the end of the game, like when somebody's DC'd or something, that they're really that terrible. But like, if somebody DCs at the start of the game and they've got a bot from the beginning and you start chasing that bot, unless you catch that bot massively out of position, don't even waste your time. Yep. Yep. Like, so basically, as soon as you DC, you go back to the normal shit you normally go back to, don't you? Your normal campfire scene of you, whatever. Whereas the bot you still carries on in that video game, and it still runs the same perks. And it, it's even got the intelligence to go and make saves. It's got the intelligence to come over and heal. They're a bit sketchy when they're in the killer's tear radius because it doesn't quite know what to do. Like I say, like towards the end of the match, they kind of go a bit like, it's almost like they've run out of fuel. Because like when they actually first did it, you was actually able to actually sit and watch your bot perform. But they took that luxury away. So you can't even watch it, but it's hilarious, like, because it will literally carry on the match with you guys. But I mean, you can even do custom games now. Like when you get a new chapter, you can literally play the new killer against 4 AI bots. Because like a lot of these streamers, like True Talent does it now. Like, rather than going straight into a fucking match against like human survivors that are going to be on point, because they don't really get to test it properly in the PTB. So he'll do his first couple of matches against the bots and try little things out. And even against the bots, like, you can see rough idea how that killer's going to be in live games. Because that's why I kind of got my fun out of place with it. Because like the last chapter I bought was the Houndmaster? Yeah, and it's like, the idea for it was great, but because she's been nerfed into the ground now, as in with what you can and can't do with the dog, there's no real payoff for playing her. Because there's like so many hoops that you have to jump through just, to get that hit, which you can get quicker if you just play a different killer. And that's one of my main problems with the game at the minute. Like, none of the killers that are in it hold my attention long enough to keep me playing it. Like Alien did for a bit, but then obviously they started nerfing him. Chucky, they nerfed him well, they did one thing to him which just destroyed him, and he's never been as good since. He was literally the only killer that had the ability to slide under that drop pallet and go for a hit. And the survivors cried about it, saying there's no counterplay, and it's like, yeah, there is, just don't sit at the pallet and wait to see what he does. If you think he's going to slide under, then you just carry on running. It's just not that simple, it's not that hard. But like, I've still got the video clip of when I got the trophy for it, because originally you had to literally slide under the pallet and hit the survivor. Whereas they've changed it to now, whereas you can still slide under the pallet, but it puts you into that automatic little charge dash that he's got. And literally trying to steer that from coming out from under a pallet and even getting it to go anywhere near the survivor is hard enough as it is. Like, half the time you get the hit is because the survivor that was originally going left, they changed their mind and went right instead, so you kind of luck hit it. But they broke the character as far as I'm concerned. Like the one thing I actually liked about him was the fact that he could just slide under that pallet and continue a chase. That's what made him fun. I mean, he's still good in the fact that if you've got good perks and add-ons, you can run him as a really good stealth killer. But as soon as survivors click that you're basically playing a stealth Chucky, they just counter the shit out of you. And it's just... It's true what they say, like, if you're playing at low tier, it's alright, it's fun. Everybody has fun. If you start to play the game at the point where your MMR's kicked in and you're starting to get the better survivors and that, a lot of the killers just become irrelevant. And if you're one of the players out there that wants to hit, like, rank 1 or whatever, or red ranks, like, consecutively, then you have to change up who you play as a killer. That's why a lot of the time when you play DBD now, that's why you're always getting Weskers or Blights, or because they're essentially killing off their rosters because of the way the survivor meta's changed. That's pretty much it, yeah, because it's like, I don't know, it's like, I don't know if it's different for other people, but like when I play Survivor on DBD, whether it be with someone else or, because like me personally, I prefer like either being with one other person or maybe two at best. I think that's like the perfect combination if you're going to play that game with friends. Like when you've got a 4-man, you can never get all 4 out, and it kind of gets a bit like, well, who's going to be the sacrificial lamb kind of thing. Whereas when you're playing with like just 1 or 2, I hate to say it, but you've always got the random, haven't you? Which, you know, if you can get them out, great, but if not, you know, oh well. And it's, I think a lot of players have a hard time actually disconnecting their own experience from the game to the overall experience to the game. And when I say that, I mean that as in the fact that everyone's got a different opinion, because again, everyone might be playing that game at a completely different level. Not everyone's on the same level when they're playing that game, because of the MMR that's in place. Whereas I think there's a lot of survivors out there that are so used to just doing what they do, that when they come against a new killer that's got some kind of new thing which makes the survivors have to do something that's completely new, they don't like having to do the new thing. They don't like to take the time to like learn a new killer's like counterplay, if you will. But it goes both ways as well, because there's a lot of killer players out there that have been playing it a certain way for so long that when they have to change things up, they start blaming it on... You see what I mean? There's a lot of unhappy people that play that game that have got opinions that... Because sometimes I feel that when people play that game, it's almost like they forget that there's even a human controlling that killer. It's weird. DBD is just like a cesspit of weirdness. It probably doesn't help that they haven't really had like a major competitor over the year, have they? As like competition. I mean, many have come and failed. And again, I think it's a lot of the time, I think a lot of the feedback that they're getting is based off opinions, based off a game that other people are disliking at the time as well. And I think a lot of these studios are all like, they want to be the guy that brings that game out, but then they bring the game out and then they're like, shit, there's so much stuff that we didn't think about at the time.
Stop! Before it's too late!
And unfortunately, we live in an era now where, well, perfect example of it is the latest Call of Duty trailer. Like, it's been, what do cool kids call it these days? It's been downvoted into the ground. Is that saying? Is that when it's had like nearly 3 times as many dislikes to uplikes, or whatever the fuck you want to call it? But it's hilarious because at the same time it's like bad press is still press. And yeah, most of the funny thing is half the people that are moaning about it now, they're still going to be streaming it when it comes out.
I don't want to kill you. Stop!
I wasn't hurting anyone. I challenge you to a duel.
You want to fight me?
Yes, it's the only way.
If that's your wish, I accept.
I have to admit though, dude, if that Halloween game's like literally got license to like all the sequel outfits as well.
I don't want to die. I surrender. I'm sorry.
I was like, I hope
Tell me who you really are.
someone in the marketing in that area has got to be like, guys, we've got to get to 2018 the
You're
kills.
impersonating a samurai and bringing dishonor to the name. And you're
Well,
taking
I don't think
advantage
that
of
they
those
won't,
women.
because I mean they did it for Friday the
Please,
13th, man.
my
They gave
lord,
us pretty much
let
every
me live.
Jason, and
I'll
then
never go back there again.
I watched a video on YouTube after where some of the
If I
people
ever
that have
see
kept
you
it
wearing
going,
that
they've done
armor again,
mods,
we will finish our duel.
and they've even done like better versions of what the studio brought us. And they even did the one like, you know, like at the beginning of 5 when they got Corey Feldman and those 2 guys dig him up and he stands up and he's got all like the worms coming out of his eyes and shit. They even did that as a pickable skin on this mod. And it looked fucking the balls. Like, I was like, you know, they did a really good job. I think they did Jason X, both parts. They did him pre-Uber and after. They did the part 2 one. They did basically the same, but they did his uh, hmm. I think they should do all of them, mate. What about Bob the Ghost? I mean, it could be a possibility. Like Gun Media, you know, they put the detail into their game, so God, I'm excited. I hate to say that I am excited in this day and era because disappointment has been such a bitter tasting wine. Well, it's been announced for next year, but they're predicting that obviously we're going to be getting a full release, like probably on Halloween itself is probably what they're going to be going for. I mean, they're a pretty good channel. They're called Slash and Cast, and I believe the one guy, I think it's the one with the darker hair. I think Stranger's met him a couple of times at some of those scare fests. And I think Strange was on about he's added his one account on PlayStation, because he was on about maybe a couple of us getting on with them and doing some DBD at some point, and I was like, well, that sounds good and all, but I won't hold my breath because they're quite busy guys. But I mean, it's always a possibility. But what's the saying? If wishes were fishes, the world would be full of food. The ocean would be full of food. My message, Philip. He's at work, bless him. Yeah.
should tell those women the truth.
I don't know if I'd never play it again, but at some point I might. Yeah. I think there's a new, well, not new, but I think there's a 2v8 event running at the moment. And I think that's caused us fucking fresh load of problems.
Lord Sakai, welcome back.
Jinroku wasn't the man you thought. He wasn't a samurai at all.
Ah, he told you the truth.
Apparently it's that
You
good
knew
that
he
you
was
get
lying?
5
He
million
seemed
blood
harmless,
points in
and we
compensation.
enjoy having him around. I hope you didn't kill him.
He's alive, but he won't be coming back.
I'll tell the others he left on an important mission. We were fine without him. We
Any
will be
special
again.
ones today thus far? People, for you.
Who will face me first?
Look at the fucking state of my outfit, guys. I mean, Jesus.
Here!
Just took it out the wash, like, Jesus. Like, can I not go 10 fucking miles without getting one blood kung fu fight that needs me? Ugh.
I've never been so thankful.
Go. Be well.
For you, my lord.
What do you suppose you boys are up to?
Think there's something that way.
Show me!
Show mercy!
Still around. Careful! Archer!
Yeah. Kind of work my way around one of these little puzzle shrine sort of things. They're not that overly difficult, there's just a lot to watch and look at, so they're quite picturesque.
Some say Kitsune killed innocent people. watching over all. Gently cleansing, stand refreshed. Hastening forward.